Hello guys, I just got back from Justice League, and I was gonna record a film rant right when I got home, but my parents really need me to clean my bathroom. So I figured, why not do both at the same time? This really shows, I think, how committed I am to this show. I want to review movies even as I am doing household chores that I am forced to do. It might be a little awkward, but frankly, I don't care. I just really want to talk about what I feel about Justice League, and I really want to get this job done. Anyways, so Justice League. Justice League is the next movie in the DC extended universe. Man, this is crappy. And it's a direct sequel to Batman vs. Superman. This is kind of DC, once again, trying to compete with Marvel, creating their own superhero team movie. They're basically trying to make their own Avengers movie. And to be quite frank, it was very okay. It wasn't bad. It was not horrible. It was not Suicide Squad, but it was also nowhere near the quality of Wonder Woman. Was there anything in it that I thought was glaringly bad? No, not really. Except there are many things that I think took me out of the movie. The main two reasons were Aquaman and Cyborg. They are two of the most bland and boring superhero characters I have ever seen in cinema, and that is not an exaggeration. They were both there to serve a purpose in the story, but you didn't sympathize with them in any way, and they were both just really bland and boring. It didn't help that the actor for Cyborg had no emotion in his voice whatsoever. They were the two main reasons that really I didn't think this movie was all that great. Once again, it was fine, it was okay, just wasn't all that great. Also, I felt like Ben Affleck's Bruce Wayne and Batman were fine. They were okay. They weren't as amazing and awesome as I thought they would be in this movie. Just very static. I didn't think his performance was all that great. I thought that it was fine. Once again, it was okay. It just was not stellar or anything near stellar. The two standout characters for me were Wonder Woman and Flash. I thought those were the two best characters in the movie. One of the reasons that you have connection with Wonder Woman is because of the really good Wonder Woman movie. And watching this movie really made me appreciate how good Wonder Woman was. Ezra Miller's portrayal of the Flash I thought was very funny and very good. He was one of the most relatable characters in the story, and he was also just a good addition of levity. When I watched the trailers for this movie and I saw Ezra Miller's Flash, I thought he was going to be pretty over the top and pretty unfunny. I didn't think he was going to be that great, but he surprised me, and I ended up liking him more than Batman in this movie, honestly. And as you might be able to tell, I love Batman. Other things that kind of made this story pretty blah for me was the villain, Steppenwolf. The plot was very Avengers 1-ish. It was very much like that movie. But at least Avengers 1 had a very good villain in Loki. Because you knew him from the first Thor movie and he was relatable from that, he was a good villain. However, Steppenwolf in this movie, he's like Ares in the Wonder Woman movie, except at least Ares, there was a twist as to who he was, and he was shrouded in mystery this whole time. Steppenwolf was just this guy that wanted to destroy the world because. So I was kind of disappointed in that. Also, similar to Batman v Superman, the plot is pretty all over the place for the first half hour of the movie. You have to go and meet all these characters and establish all these story threads. In my opinion, that's not the best way to start a movie. I'm not a huge fan of that. Oh, and to go back to Aquaman and Cyborg. Sorry, this might be all over the place. I'm not scripting this out, obviously, because I have to clean this dang bathroom. Aquaman's reason or motivation to join the Justice League seems pretty forced and just kind of there to get him in the Justice League. He was pretty anti-Justice League at the beginning of the movie. Then, this precious artifact from Atlantis, his home, that he never visits apparently, gets stolen. Now, I can understand if it was like this place that he loved nearly and dearly to his heart, and then it got stolen from there, and he's like, oh my gosh, I gotta get revenge or whatever. But it's made obvious once he gets to Atlantis and sees that it's gone, he hardly ever goes there. No one there likes him. He just never shows up there. Why does he feel so strongly about this home that he never goes to? But he still does that thing where he's like, well, I gotta join the Justice League now. In my opinion, that's kind of stupid. And then with Cyborg, once he was just really bland. Like, I guess he would maybe join the Justice League because of the reasons he did, but it was just like, Yeah, like I said, those two characters were the two reasons why I didn't love this movie. Also, the plot was pretty predictable. If you're a person who watches superhero movies a lot, they didn't do anything like, whoa, I wasn't expecting that. It was all pretty, oh, yep, seen that before. Okay. Which I guess if you think about it, like whatever's tried and true works, but it just kind of resulted in this movie being fine. Like I said, it's okay. As far as things that I really liked though, I already talked about how I love Flash and Wonder Woman. And I think the last half hour or 45 minutes of the movie is really good. I really honestly didn't love this movie until it got to about the last half hour, last 45 minutes. I was like, okay, yeah, it's fine. And if you're wondering if it seems like a Zack Snyder movie because he only was there for about 2/3 of the production, yes, it definitely feels like a Zack Snyder movie, which to some people that's a good thing, to some people that's not a good thing. I personally find that not as good of a thing. As far as how I would rank it to the other DC movies, I would probably say I would definitely say it's better than Suicide Squad by a long shot. It's definitely better than Batman v Superman also, even the extended edition. And I would say, I still like Man of Steel better than this movie. I can also say without question that Wonder Woman is definitely better than this movie. A long time ago, I said that DC really needed 2 really good movies to pick them back up from where they were stinking with Suicide Squad. Wonder Woman accomplished that. Does Justice League? I don't know. It is a step up quality-wise from Batman v Superman and Suicide Squad. It really is. But is it good enough to say that DC is back? I don't know. They really need help in the character department as far as developing them goes. Wonder Woman, I can say, is the only DC character that I can say confidently is relatable and is a very good character. Right now, Batman and Superman are really on the fence. They could go either way. Flash has only been in 1 movie, but I really liked it. Yeah.
I'm just making sure you're cleaning while you're doing that.
I am.
Okay. Are you having fun?
Yeah. However, Cyborg and Aquaman are definite no's. And I would say almost all of the characters in Suicide Squad are also definite no's. Out of all of the characters in Suicide Squad, I would say only Deadshot and Harley Quinn were developed well, and I think well is a relative term. So yeah, DC I think still needs help. But yeah, I don't think this was the answer to DC's prayers that they needed. It's getting there. It's definitely a step up, but it's nowhere near the standard that Marvel is setting. Not even close. I would rate Justice League about as good as my least favorite Marvel movie, which is Thor 2. Am I gonna get it on Blu-ray? Probably. Do I recommend that anyone else gets it on Blu-ray? I don't know. I feel like I don't feel as guilty buying this Blu-ray because it's not one of those things where I feel like it was an incomplete movie like Batman v Superman or Suicide Squad. This doesn't feel like something that's trying to cheat me out of my money. It feels like they were trying to make a good movie. And like I said, the last 30 or 45 minutes was actually good. So I don't know. It's hard. Do I recommend someone go see it in the theater? If they're just a casual fan, no, I'd say just go rent it when it's out. If you're a real comic book fanboy like me, yeah, I would say go see it because it's not that bad. It's fine. If you enjoyed this video, I would encourage you to like, comment, and subscribe. I like to give my thoughts on a lot of movies, and I usually upload about every 2 to 3 weeks. Until next time, have a great week. See ya. Boop.